Tonight, I just wanna take you high. Throw your hands up in the sky. Let's set this party on fire. Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out. Pop, pop, it's showtime. 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 Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Gone time. Oh, they don't know. Gone time. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Showed up. I'm wearing Cuban links. Yeah. Designer mix. Yeah. Inglewood's finest shoes. Whoop, whoop. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to give the color red the blues. Woo, shit. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, it's a holiday week. Short week for everybody, I'm sure. There was supposed to be 3 football games tomorrow, which is amazing, but, well, not anymore. So everybody's stuck with the stupid Lions and Cowboys games, which are, I mean, they can't even let them play a good team so that you can see a good team beat the shit out of them. I mean, give us something. Like, I don't want to see, whatever, Washington and the Lions, like, jerk off in the corner to the 9-6 game. No one wants to see that shit.
No, exactly. Little betting tip for everybody, though. Detroit has never not covered the spread or beaten the spread on Thanksgiving. They don't always win, but they always cover or beat the spread.
That's a hell of a statistic. I mean, especially as shitty as Detroit is. They lost every game one of those years. They covered the spread. It's impressive.
Yeah.
It must have been the spread must have been like 25 or something.
It probably was. I don't remember what that season was like, but yeah. Don't bet against the Lions on Thanksgiving. That's like the best betting advice I've ever gotten in my entire life.
I mean, this could be the year that you jinx it, though. Maybe, I don't know.
Probably, because I hammered the points in the under, so we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Hey, though, but your advice paid off with Mr. Taysom Hill and being a tight end. So if anybody listening got that free tight end, I mean, well, you got that one right.
I did. I raked in that league too. I put up 35-point victory over top of my opponent, and that was led by a 22.8 Taysom Hill performance in that league. So
it's amazing tight end performance right there. You got to give it to him. You did good.
Funny thing is, though, he still wasn't tight end 1 in that league.
Really?
Yeah, Travis Kelce still had him by 0.3 points.
Well, it's still good having the number 2, I guess.
Yeah.
Throw 2 touchdown passes, and I ran for 2 touchdowns. Whatever.
Still, I'll take 28 points out of a freaking, or 22 points out of a tight end position anyway.
Whatever, more than 10 is a win for a
Exactly.
tight end, pretty much. It's amazing. There was that big boom, a few years ago, like, the tight ends, Ertz and Kelce and fucking all these other guys, and now it's like, there's Kelce, and well, that's about it. I understand there's some injuries, but still, it seems like there's nobody else. I mean, you figured everybody was going on the pass-catching tight end and this and that, and that they all fall off the face of the earth. So, I don't know. It's weird. Got to find some more basketball players.
Exactly. It's literally Kelce and everybody else at this point. There's no one else that's even, like,
pretty much
viable.
I mean, I think
Waller every now and then and Kittle every now and then when Kittle's –
Kittle's probably the closest, but he's injured most of the year. So
yeah.
And quarterback situation's pretty garbage either way. Even with Garoppolo,
Yeah, pretty boy or not.
Yeah, he sucks no matter what. But last week we didn't have too many super exciting matchups. But everybody, we're giving you a supersize again because it's a holiday week. You don't want to watch 2 pods, that's fine. We're gonna keep doing the supersize. Last week we'll give you a season in review, and then our playoff preview. And then since everything's so short, we'll be pushing them all together. There's only going to be 2 matchups a week once we hit the playoffs. So
exactly.
It's a lot of airtime to fill in that one. We can Bob Ross this if you want, but I don't know. We'll work on it. You guys give you something good for the folks.
Yeah, for all of our 5 viewers, they'll get a little artwork from us too.
That's right. They're going to love it. What we probably should be doing, we should probably be simulcasting on Twitch. Maybe that'll draw in a few more people.
That might be it. That might be what we have to do. We may have to just invite a bunch of these fucks in to watch it from another perspective.
Yeah, they can watch it live. I mean, it's everybody, sure is recording, but you can watch it live and, see all the things that we edit in our podcast. You never know. Did we take a break? Did we not? I mean, who knows? I don't know. You have to tune in live to find out.
Exactly.
Someone comes crashing through that window. Who knows? I don't know. It's possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't know unless you tune in.
Shit goes down.
That's right. So we'll jump in and give a quick recap of everything. Like we said, nothing's too exciting. Nothing earth-shattering, really, but some fun developments, though, in the week that did happen. We'll start first off with Cody and Rachel, surprisingly, the big scoring matchup of the week.
Oh, yeah.
This is, insane. Sure, his team scores fine, but what the fuck? This is out of nowhere, really, to be honest. Big scoring win. Rachel takes the loss, and unfortunately, this point of the season will just basically be out of the playoffs. She's not going to make it this year, but still has a chance to ruin a couple other dreams because still a lot to play for most teams. But the big thing on this is, Joe Burrow. Nice update here. It's very smart. Burrow is dead. I guess. If we think about it, Cody's a big jinx in quarterbacks. First, he had Dak in the sandbox as his picture, and Dak's ankle fell off. And now he had Joe Burrow up here in his name, and, his leg almost fell off. So,
Cody, stay away from Carson Wentz. It can't possibly get any worse.
You never know. He might have to wheel him out in a wheelchair. We'll see. But everything's pretty ho-hum. You got no quarterbacks, but Melvin Gordon came back from the dead, 2 touchdowns. Insane. Dalvin Cook scoring $1 million. 19 targets for Keenan Allen, which is always fun. 13. There's so many high-volume receivers anymore these days. Everybody getting the targets, getting the looks. 11, 9, 19.
Yep.
DJ Moore, not so much. He got 11 himself. 7, 11, 5, 13s. It's crazy to see. Nothing burger here. It didn't matter. All these points from the receivers and running backs. And his team's still looking good. He did start valleying there, but now he's trying to peak again. I don't think you can do that. It's not a roller coaster. That's not how that works.
He's got a fighting chance as anybody, and unfortunately, he just lost his freaking quarterback. Not that I, would have considered Joe Burrow to be the world beater that's going to take you to a title, but it's just it's a little rough.
Right, and he was carrying Minshew for a while there too, and he's as well. So you have to sit and rely on Phillip Rivers. That doesn't feel great.
Never going to rely on P River. No one wants to ride P River anywhere.
Not anymore, at least. Now that he's pumped out like 3,000 kids, he's just added stamina now. He just doesn't have it anymore. So.
Yeah.
Hey, he was good. He's not, but we'll see. Dalvin Cook's going to keep scoring 30 a game.
Yeah. Which means I'm going to have to rethink my bold predictions from here on out.
Yeah. Speaking of these bold predictions, I thought that Dalvin Cook was going to fall back to earth and get less than 10 points. And, he didn't do that. You thought, very similar to Kyler Murray as well, that he would have less than 15. And, we both kind of missed on that one. But, hey, whatever. We tried.
Just didn't succeed.
Didn't succeed. So we'll move on to your world beater of a matchup here where you took down the number one man in the league. You kicked his ass, made him look vulnerable. It's always important, always good. Your team's been doing good. It's just now finally he didn't score like 180 points himself in one of your good weeks. So
that's exactly it. Yeah, for the first time, I think, in weeks, someone put up less than 110 on me. So I feel very good about that.
Yeah. I think you got to take it. And I think he was the low score of the week at 109. I know there was a 102 in there. Whatever. That's one thing too. We had 100 points was the low score of the week. We don't think we've had that. If not all season, not in a long ass time. Either way.
Yeah.
So it's surprisingly good. Everybody did pretty good. This loss that Alex takes here drops him out of the number 1 seed, which is a big deal. I mean, we will look at the standings at the end of this, but I mean, he's probably got the division on lock. It's not technically there yet, but I mean, 2 up, 2 to go. Yeah, probably on lock. But still, that number 1 seed, we don't know if that's going to make a difference, but it doesn't hurt, I guess. It's at least about pride anyway.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if I have anything to say about it, he probably will lock it up this week because I'm trying to beat D'Lo. So
there you go. It's true. Well, technically, if he wins, I mean, he wins, he's in. So
correct.
1 win and you take it. Nothing, crazy here. You had a very nice pickup on the Saints who just, 8 sacks. I mean, that's pretty goddamn amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Give me 1 second.
Can't complain about that there. The Ravens are falling apart off the earth. Boswell, you just had a lot of right picks here. And that trade for Waller, I mean, shit, you look like a genius on that one. I mean,
I'll take it. I'll take 21 out of Darren Waller. I that's the reason I made that deal. I had to get rid of Madison. He was just eating up space on my bench. Trade him off to the guy that he has got the most value for. Give me back someone who I like.
It worked out. That's a good trade deadline deal that worked in your favor, which is great. You get a nice win. It's very good. I think the unfortunate thing is, though, that you're, with everybody else winning, you're unfortunately going to take it mathematically out finally, even though your team's finally going to start getting wins.
I was DOA last week. You
weren't. Yeah, well, it was still hope, even though it was, fool's hope. But unfortunately, the goddamn numbers, those damn number crunchers, decided to boot you out this week. And but I'd say you've been shafted a lot of the season. But hey, you took down the number 1 guy, and you can still fuck everybody else's day up. And I think you got a chance to. Your team's not bad.
Yeah, I'm just trying to play spoiler at this point.
There's nothing wrong with that. And, hey, do that. Position yourself for next year. It's all good.
Yeah.
So these 2 picks, again, were, not the best. I said that Kareem Hunt would score 12 more points than Nick Chubb. And, no. But he did get a touchdown, I guess. He tried, but, he didn't do it. And you decided to say that Lockett would be the number 1. Oh, that was the other one, wasn't it?
That was
whatever. That was another one. We missed that one. My numbers are all mixed up. It's been a long week. Anyway, it was still wrong. He wasn't even number 1 on the team. Anyway, you decided to say that Aaron Rodgers would not finish the game because he'd get hurt, but he did finish the game and he even played extra game into overtime. So that's
true.
Kind of a double wrong, I guess. But
can I get 2 wrongs for 1 answer? It's like back with like when you used to take Spanish and French tests and shit in school when you'd miss all the accent marks and like the whole question was worth 5 points, but somehow you got -7.
Yeah, it was a may God have mercy on your soul type of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, our picks aren't great, but I did pick you in this one, and I feel good about that.
All right.
You picked off and you lost, so shit happens.
It's true.
Anyway, we're going to slide on down to our next beautiful matchup here with Grant and Conlon. This was a ugly on paper matchup for sure, but I just look at that stat line for 2 and it just
got benched.
It's very bad. Though this has big implications because 1, it keeps Grant's season alive. He's only 1 back of that 6th spot now, which is good, and brings Conlon back down. There's a huge logjam of people battling for
in last place entry.
Yeah, and so it's pretty big, pretty important. It was ugly, for at least for Conlon's team for sure. It's ugly. Tua pooping. I mean, it still could be a good keeper pick in the long run. It's just not right now. I don't know, but Tom Brady decided to suck, which was I don't complain about that too much ever. Zeke still alive, showing he can make some carries and receptions. A lot of ugliness. Pittman, a rookie, looking like a stud now, and McKissick finally didn't have 15 targets, so it's amazing.
You know, it's crazy what a healthy Andy Dalton does for the Cowboys, because like out of nowhere, you know, you're getting 100 yards on the ground and 2 catches for Zeke. You know, that was not there the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, touchdown catch too. Even
Yep.
You're right. I mean, their quarterback situation was bad, and I mean, Andy Dalton, I guess, is competent at least. You know, he's not great by any means, but he always was decent enough. At least scored decent fantasy numbers too. So
yep,
he's got a lot of talent there. I mean, you got a great running back and at least 3 great receivers. So there's no reason not to be able to do something with that team. So
exactly right. Exactly right.
For them that they got there. You know, Robert Woods, big time. There's a lot of big time. Another 15 targets. I think Cooper Kupp had like 17 targets. It's just insane, these numbers. And obviously Rodrigo Blankenship is the best player on the fucking planet right now.
It's true.
Scoring. Who would have thunk it? You know, it's good to see that Grant, that he won his waiver pickup for my man here, Smith. And hey, he got him 9 points. So good for you, Grant. It's good. My guy fucking broke his leg, whatever, in the second quarter. So thanks. Dick. Anyway, yeah, fun here. Good matchup. Both teams are still in the hunt now. Took a little bit of a hit and everything. I had a very not good pick this week when I said the Tua would be a top 3 quarterback. And he was top 3 on his team. I didn't specify. So
top 3 on the bench too.
That's right. Top 3 is top 3. We didn't say where. And you guys decided to say that these two would be 1, 2 in scoring. Well, I mean, you know, if I take out the division line here and you say 12 in scoring, I'm going to get one of those. But
there we go. That's what I was looking for.
It was close enough. But, yeah. You know, good matchup, good stuff. We'll move on here to Big Tim and Lyle with a fun. Should have been probably closer than we expected. This was kind of a poop fest, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we look at Matt Ryan here, and it's unfortunate Tim keeps playing Matt Ryan. He's just not really done anything. I think this is just like one of those. This is a sunk cost fallacy in this guy. Like, all right, I've bought him. I've played with him so long. I'm going to keep playing him until he fucking scores 35 points. I just don't know what's going to happen at this point.
The problem is that you can't predict it. He's got a healthy receiving core, and it just
they're just not doing it.
Some weeks he just doesn't do.
Yeah.
That completion percentage is just horrible, though. I mean, 19 to 37 for only 232 yards. Like, that's ugly. That's
not great.
No, not at all.
Great. Yeah. And, you know, opposite of Matt Ryan, and this is pretty much the difference this week, was Jared Goff. It was a free gift from Mariah for some God knows reason that she fucking dropped him. I won't get it. But, yep, Lyle should thank everybody that he can find for that fucking free gift.
Yep.
376 yards, 3 TDs, 30 points. Yeah. It's just a gift. Pretty much you look down, I mean, you know, everything's looking relatively even the rest of the way out. It was pretty much a quarterback matchup that did it.
Yeah, well, and Clyde came back out of nowhere, too. Clyde finally showed his head again after, you know, Bell was there for a while. I think they realized that Bell's kind of cooked, and, you know, Clyde might be the guy.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have other than the touchdowns, not really an amazing stat line, but touchdowns makes up for everything.
Yep.
That's always key to remember. And just Darius Leonard was projected to get 17 points, but didn't. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what Sleeper has with him. Maybe they have a deal with him, a sponsorship deal or something. That's like, oh yeah, we're gonna project you to get 20 points every week. Tell everybody you like Sleeper. I don't know. It's crazy.
Insane.
Yeah, I think it's insane. I agree. We both picked Tim in this one, and then just to recap the last one, you did pick Grant to win. I did not. So fun stuff. I decided to say that my matchup here was that Mike Evans would get 2 TDs and Godwin would get no TDs, and they each got 1 TD. So,
yeah,
you know, it was worth a shot. Godwin didn't do much. He got 7 receptions, 53 yards. I mean, that's not much. That lineup's very weird. I think Antonio Brown had 9 targets too and everything. So that's
Thomas spread the ball around.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good. You decided to pick this one that Tim would have the biggest margin of victory, but you didn't. Yeah, close, but not quite. And then he said Jacobs. I don't know how my notes said.
I think I said Josh Jacobs would be the running back 1.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's a B. Okay. Yeah, running back 1. You're right. I can't read my own writing. I thought it said RTS. I'm like, what the fuck is RTS?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? There's no 1 associated with Josh Jacobs, so it's good. He was the number 1 return to sender and chip his ass back. But hey, let's look at this fun, beautiful matchup. Move on to Mariah and D'Lo. Big matchup here is now both teams sitting 6-5 in the middle of it. I guess Mariah knew what she was doing, dumping Goff for Kirk Cousins, because look where the fuck he's coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, only 1 point over top of Goffy, though. I mean, it really wasn't that big.
Well, I mean, the problem is she's given up a good quarterback to the competition who had no quarterbacks since he's got hurt. So that's kind of the moves. This is the moves you got to watch out here. Like, sure, someone means nothing to you anymore, but you can't give them to somebody else. That's
precisely why I didn't drop Alexander Madison for several weeks until I got that trade deal.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it's very true. You gotta plan on these things. I mean, you could have someone out for the year now, great, but they come back next year. You can't give up those keeper values because someone's going to pounce on it. You know it.
Exactly.
That's what happened with Marlon Mack, who the Mariah picked up here. He could be a big star next year again. Who knows? We'll see. But I mean, 18th round value, it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
But this, was again nothing really close. Kind of a blowout here. Mahomes, ho hum. Again, he's been good. Jones, nothing. Derrick Henry, big. We look at, just scrolling down here, other than really Jefferson, who, of course, is Kirk Cousins' favorite lover at this point. D'Lo's team's starting to look a little scant. Sure, he got a great week out of the Browns. It's always nice, but there's not a lot of great scores here. And, McCaffrey may come back and may get hurt again. And, really, without that workhorse, you got a lot of question marks sitting here.
It's definitely turning into a fall from grace situation. I mean, that receiving core is looking worse by the week.
Yeah. You got some guys on here who can put some points, but you can't trust Cooper. You can't trust Sanders.
Correct.
They can score, but they can't. And A.J. Green, too. Like, sure, he had a touchdown, but he's been pretty much dog shit all year. These are some good-looking names, but you got to take a guess on that one. It's pretty crazy. And I think this is actually kind of a really funny stat line. Both defenses scored amazingly well. How about that?
Yep.
It makes it feel good. In this one, I said that these two teams would be 1-2 in scoring, which I didn't get, but I feel a little better than your 1-2 in scoring pick, so I got that at least. Yeah. And you said that Chris Carson was going to outscore Derrick Henry, and, well, not quite. He did in the quantum realm, but not in this one. And by the way, I thought, D'Lo would take it home. Again, every time I pick against Mariah, she wins. And you decided to pick her wisely. So kudos to you.
How far am I up in picks?
I have to do the math, but I'm pretty sure you have like 6 more right than me. The point is, I do my picks from the heart, and I don't do the analytics bullshit like you do. Anyway, we'll slide on here to the matchup of the week, which actually was the matchup of the week. I mean, we called this one pretty good. And this one was a goddamn nail-biter for me at the end. I honestly, going into the afternoon, I thought I was just getting absolutely fucking turkey-basted, roasted. I knew how that turkey felt getting a fish shoved up its ass to put more food into its innards. It was just ugly. The first half was just ugly for me. Wilson had a good start on Thursday. Fucking Kamara did shit. Connor did shit. Everybody else pretty much did shit too until you get the afternoon games. And hey, Herbert scoring some points. Thielen now is going to die of COVID. Got some points at least for 1 week. Always nice. I mean, fucking goddamn Brown. Ugh. Anyway, this one came down to the end. that my lovely wife had a 0.14 point lead going into Monday Night Football, and my only player left was the Rams defense. And
Yep.
thank God that Tom Brady sucks. So, hey, we'll take it. 2 picks, 1 sack. It's all I needed just to get that one goddamn point.
Yeah.
We could tell Taysom Hill to go fuck himself since he doesn't know how to throw the ball to Kamara. It's his best receiver. I don't know. Threw the ball to Michael Thomas. Fuck you, man. Throw it to Kamara, you dick. Don't give me that shit.
You know what? I hate to be the one to tell you this, and maybe I'm getting ahead of myself for the pod, but you're going to be in a world of hurt because Drew throws to Kamara because his arm can't get it downfield. Taysom Hill has the arm. That's the big difference in this offense. He's throwing it at Michael Thomas and the others receivers because he can actually get it more than 15 yards down the field.
Hey, I'm not holding on hope anyway. My whole team is just rabid now by COVID and fucking injuries. I think before I made these roster moves, it's just my brothers. Look, IR, 6 IRs and a fucking COVID designation is what I had on Tuesday. So, I mean, my team's just looking to just take it off the tailpipe. Yeah, I might make the playoffs, but it's not going to be pretty once I get there. I've accepted that fate. But anyway, we both picked Kelly in this one, and we both look like idiots. I decided to say that Juju and Deontay would combine for 35 or 70. Sorry, they'd combine for 70. It didn't quite happen. It could have, I guess. I mean, Deontay Johnson got 16 looks. If any of them were actually downfield, you never know. But it didn't quite work out. You decided to say that Russ would score 40. Not far. And that Perrin would be the highest scoring running back on my team, which,
it's close.
Looking at it, was not that far off. He had 10, and he had a 14 and an 11 here. So, you didn't get it right, but you weren't really that wrong, which is depressing in every way. But hey, we tried.
Yeah. Don't sleep on the Michael P. Ryan on the IR.
Yeah, right, on the fucking IR because, you know what? He had a chance to do something there. I tell you, once they get rid of Gase, he might be something because Gase just loves to play Frank Gore for, the season is fucking lost. Why are you playing a 40-year-old at running back? What the hell are you doing? Frank Gore and Flacco are starting. I know Darnold's hurt, but still, whatever.
I was looking at the schedule. This and 2 weeks from now are really the only 2 realistic opportunities for the Jets to get a win.
Interesting.
Because this week they play the Dolphins, and they're kind of in flux right now with Tua and whatever else. I don't know what they're doing.
Right.
And then in 2 weeks they play Cleveland. So
it's just because it's Cleveland.
Because it's Cleveland, correct.
It was actually 7-3 right now, which is
I know. Go figure.
After they started looking like absolute horseshit, dog shit in the middle of the year, lost OBJ, they turned right around. But that's fun. Let's see. We can do a quick look at our standings here. Look, they're starting to show us the playoff brackets because we're getting close. But do a quick look at the standings here. We see 2 8-3 teams leading divisions. And we got a whole host, I think 4 teams at 6 and 5, rounding out spots 4 through 7 right now. So look to be a lot of action going here. And you got Grant sitting there at 5 and 6. He needs a lot of work done because he's very far behind in the points for department. And then surprisingly, we see sitting all the way down here is now Tim with 1,500 points scored, more than everybody in this division. But he's in 2 games out with 2 to go. He's in danger though. But if Tim wins both out, he's going to make the playoffs over somebody because he has that tiebreaker on lockdown. So
absolutely.
It's
it ain't over till it's over.
I won't forget about Kelly there too. She's and not exactly the same boat, but similar. Her points are pretty damn close to everybody else's. So she gets a couple big weeks. Same kind of deal. Those tiebreakers are gonna be big. So everybody's got to go big these last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. I think impressively here we'll see that Rachel still hasn't spent $1 yet this year, but. Well, that there's probably a direct correlation to having by far worst points for and not spending $1. It's 100 points worse than Grant. Close enough. The point is, you have $200. Again, we still have not worked out a deal with Bitcoin, so it goes away in 2 weeks, or for some people, and no, you got the whole time. In 5 weeks, 5 weeks from now, it's gone for everybody. It's gone. And you don't get to keep it. So I don't know. Spend it. Fuck it. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, we're gonna slide into week 12. 2 weeks to go. We're getting to week 12. We'll start with this big matchup. Now you're gonna look at this matchup. Lyle and myself. We're 1-2 in the division. Really the best looking matchup we have on the paper. As well, not really on paper, I guess, but score standing wise on paper. You'd say, well, why isn't this matchup of the week? Well, I mean, two things. I would say there's another matchup that has way more implications. This one is big. I'd say if Lyle wins, he wins the division. That's the end of that for sure. If I win, I control the division. If I win my last two, then I would win out. I think even if I lost this week, my chances of missing the playoffs are low, but not impossible, but they're low. So it's a whole big thing. But anyway, we're going to look at this one real quick. As we've talked, my team is just a giant fucking question mark everywhere across the board. James Conner's matchup, Baltimore was moved already. The Baltimore Steelers game, as we've discussed, has been pushed back 3 days already. My best receiver, who's remaining, is COVID, so yay. That's always good. There's IR. This is the rest of my receiving core right here. Yay. I looked back at my draft the other day, and my first 7 rounds are fucking completely depressing. Lamar Jackson, number 1, who has been a bust, Madden curse bust. Thielen, number 2, now it's COVID, really hasn't done much this year. I think Ertz was 3.
Yep.
Was 3. Ertz was 4. They're both dead. 5 was, I don't even fucking know who 5 was. Somebody terrible. James White's in there. Fucking somebody else that was thrown to the wolves is in there. I mean, it's just
but fuck you, because you're still 7-4.
Yeah, I don't know how that's really happening. Hey, but fuck you. I scored 170 points against you and lost. So fuck you. I don't want to hear that shit. Well, it's really the only reason I'm there is because of really Herbert and Kamara have been carrying my ass for a while.
Yeah.
Just trying to start out okay, but he sucks. But, I look at this one, I want to win. Like, I would like to win. I'd like to make the playoffs and win the trophy again. I don't feel super great this year about the way everything's going on. But I just look at my team, and it's just so fucked right now. Unless I get really lucky this week, I'm going to have to pick Lyle to win this one because I just don't see it. Unless Kamara's going to score 60 goddamn points, I don't see it. I'm not seeing it.
Well, you're in luck, Mikey.
Yeah.
Kamara's going to hang up a 40 burger, despite what I said earlier, because my analysis is always bullshit. Because even though I clearly see what I see when I'm watching the Saints, and I see that being a problem, someone's going to stick a finger in my ass this week because that's just how it always is when it comes to fantasy. So, Sean Payton's going to butt fuck me here, and my prediction, and Alvin Kamara is going to put up a big old 40 burger.
Okay, Kamara 40 burger. What's your other prediction? Who are you going to predict to win this sucker?
That leads you to victory. You ride the Kamara steed to a W.
I mean, listen, if I'm going to do that, that's exactly what's going to have to happen.
Yep.
You know what I think? I just feel it's been overdue, and I feel like it's going to happen this week, and I feel like Herbert's going to come down back to earth and score less than 10.
Ooh.
I just feel like it's due. It's overdue. It's against a good defense, a good team. I mean, it's been really good, but he's a rookie. It's got to hit sooner or later. I mean, it might. Some rookies do have amazing years all around, but.
And what could be in your favor though is that Buffalo gets up, and then they're just chasing.
It's true. I mean, that's always good from a quarterback having perspective. I agree. And see, it's going to be blustery and windy with this lovely icon, which is not less good. But, hey, he's a running quarterback. He can run. Maybe him and Josh Allen will run for 150 yards each. That'll be fun.
Ooh. You want to make that a bold prediction?
No. Well, you know what? Here, what? I will make a bold prediction that, fine, I will, that Herbert and Allen, well, I say he's going to have less than 10 points, so I can't really predict it. It doesn't make sense.
All right, fine. Then I'll do it.
You do it.
Herbert and Allen both rush for over 120 yards. 120 yards.
I was going to say 100, but you get 120. You're a bold guy, so I like it. I like it. That's what we call bold. It's possible. If it's going to be windy, they got to figure out to move the ball somehow. So
yeah, exactly.
Not against it. All right, we're going to slide down to Alex versus Steeman Willie Grant Beam. And then, hey, Josh Allen, look, he comes right back up.
Yeah.
It kind of works.
Segue.
Yeah, it's perfect. We got that great synergy going. Look at this as a pretty good projection on paper there. Point whatever, 5-4 difference. That's always fun. It's a big matchup, obviously, I think, for both of them. Again, Alex is not technically locked, but he's basically locked up a playoff spot. And basically the division as well. So, he doesn't have too much to play for, I guess, but you got to get your ducks in a row going to this one. And, of course, Grant fighting for his life. I think you could probably say Grant loses. I mean, he's out. He's not making the playoffs, but he wins. He's still worst one game back. He might even be tied for one of those final spots. So it's big. This is the excitement we're looking for this time of year. So it's pretty good. Grant's team maybe he's hitting a corner now. If Zeke's going to get some points again, and Pittman's going to be a star, and our Woods and Blankenship's going to score 20 goddamn points a week. The man's got a chance. I mean, you look across the border, and Gibson's been doing all right, Chubb's been doing all right, and Julio, CD, Shepard. I mean, these are guys that can do things, sure, of course. And again, if the Ginger Hammer's coming in there, might actually make CD Lamb worthwhile play. And it's tough. I don't know these guys are going to do too much. Otherwise, down here, they might lean on Fournette for another 6 catches. You never know. But,
maybe Devontae Parker.
Maybe, yeah. Marv, if Galladay's going to be out, Marv could get another look. I feel like Marv and Thanksgiving games usually go pretty well hand in hand together.
I'm with you there. You are foreshadowing my bold prediction.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to – you know what? Since we're there, I'm just going to let you take it now.
All right. This is a 3-touchdown game from Marvin Jones.
Well, we're finally getting it. We're going to get the Marv 3 TD game.
Because you do not bet against Detroit on Thanksgiving.
We've already talked about this. It's coming full circle again.
This is one of our best episodes in terms of, coming back around. And
it's very there's like a lot of good themes running together, and it's impressive. People work for years to do that kind of stuff. And this is just, boom, just coming together. It's just that chemistry.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. That's right. So you plus me equals us. I know my calculus.
Goddamn right. Together.
So you think Marv is going to lead Grant to the victory on this one?
I don't, though. I still pick Alex, but it just happens to be a 3 TD game for Marv.
That's fair. Well, since I have to make up, ground in the standings, I'm going to pick Grant to win just because I have to try to do something here. It's my second last chance to go big or go home. I think Alex's team does look good. But hey, these guys can disappear here pretty quick in this receiving core. So you never know. And like we said, Grant might have a chance. I feel like, even though most of the season's been a coming out kind of party, I think Pittman, our dear friend Pittman, is going to get I think he's going to score a 30-burger.
Ooh, okay.
During this week of giving.
I like it.
I think it's possible. God knows Tennessee likes to score some points. You never know what's out there. And I think he's becoming Phillip Rivers, receiver. He might adopt him for one of his kids. You never know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that's Christian enough for Phillip Rivers to adopt a kid. So, yeah, he probably won't, but yeah, whatever. It might play out that way. All right. Well, we'll slide down now here to yourself versus Mr. D'Lo Renzo. And, again, looking good on paper. You got an unfortunate record, but your team's to be reckoned with. You're getting
not this week.
I don't know. It could be. Why not? You got Rodgers. yeah, Chicago can be good sometimes and stuff. Whatever, fuck them. Again, as we've talked about this team over here, though, without McCaffrey, this is not that intimidating. I mean, Landry, everybody's expecting big things now that OBJ's out, and Cleveland's been chugging, but he's not really done anything. So that's, I think, can be concerning. And Cooks can score. Jefferson is really the star on this team right now, and Judy, I don't know. He could score. He could not score. He's kind of an enigma right now, and it's really tough. I mean, a lot of it looks pretty even. It's just gonna, come down to the coin flip. But I'm gonna start believing you again. I'm gonna pick you to win this week because I believe in you.
Okay.
And now that you're eliminated, it doesn't really matter anymore. So I absolutely believe in you.
I'm gonna pick myself.
Good.
And my bold prediction is that the Saints go for 15 plus points. My defense goes for 15 plus.
Okay.
Bad Drew Lock.
Yeah, I mean, he sucks. So, you never know. I think if I try to think crazy, I think, as I say, I think you're going to win this. But, we've been talking about this just Jarvis breakout game. I think maybe he'll get a breakout game this week. I think Landry's going to get a 25 burger on this week.
Okay.
Not crazy, but for him, I mean, I don't think we can quick check. Damn it. Fucking, come on, motherfucker. Where the hell's the game log? All right, here, yes. I mean, he's not really done much. 17 is his highest. So that's, look, this is without, he's the number one receiver at this point. He's not even getting 10 points a game. So that's bold. That's a very bold prediction.
I like it.
Yeah, good. Good. Cool. All right, we'll slide on down to the first 4-7 team, my dear wife Kelly and the dick evil man Cody. I mean, no, he's has to now lean on Phillip Rivers to quarterback his team, which is unfortunate all around. But we got a couple big heavy hitters in this one. You got Russ, you got Jones and Cook, Thomas and Keenan Allen. Lockett and Deontay Johnson's becoming the number one there. So, and the enigma Mike Williams. I mean, hey, you never know. I think anything can happen this week. The Dolphins against the Jets. That's always looks pretty, no matter what. Anybody versus the Jets, they're not going to do anything good. There's Carson Wentz or some other people floating around here or whatever. But it's probably going to stick. I would say, I don't know, maybe Juju might get another look. He might die of COVID. That'll be a tough one there if Kelly has to deal with a COVID for that Steelers game because that's going to wipe out a big chunk of her team, which is not going to help. But I think she's poised this week to have a good week, and I'm going to pick her to win this week because, of course, I have to. I'm not going to not pick her, but I think in a head-to-head of the running backs, I think I'm going to pick that Aaron Jones is going to outscore Dalvin Cook by 15 points.
By 15?
By 15.
I like it. So I'm picking Cody.
Okay.
But my bold prediction is in Kelly's favor. Russ throws for 2, rushes for 1.
Okay. All right. I like it.
He historically destroys my birds.
Yeah, how many times has he played them?
It's been a lot. I was at the game about a year ago at Lincoln Financial Field where he beat us by himself.
It's one of those you wouldn't really see that as kind of like a rivalry type of thing they set up. But
I don't think they intend to. I think it just happens to be because we keep winning the division and they keep winning the division. That's why we end up playing each other quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they set those schedules at all. It's pure nonsense. But, yeah, that's as good a reason as any, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. And, hey, it's a Monday nighter, so we'll have to see.
Yeah.
And we're going to slide down to our second 4-7 matchup of the week. Tim and Rachel. Rachel's unfortunately out of it, so I don't expect much to happen on this team now that's – I don't know if she's realized that yet, but, yeah, I mean, we go through this. Tim does have a good team that somehow just keeps losing. It's very odd. DK Metcalf projected at 20. I mean, look, that's right in line with your projection, your last prediction right there. But I think, this feels like an easy pick 'em. I'm going to pick Mr. Tim to win. I can't see him losing and eliminating himself this early. That was 1 week to go. But, yeah, I think that's going to happen. And, what the hell? I'm just going to go crazy. We're talking about breakouts. I think Matt Ryan's finally going to get that 35-point game. Tim's believing, and I'm going to pick it again. Probably for like the 4th fucking time this year, but I'm going to fucking pick and do it again.
So I'm picking Tim. And then my bold prediction is that Kyler, I'm doing the same thing last week. What did I said? Kyler doesn't get more than 15 last week?
Yep.
I'm sticking with it here.
Okay.
I love Kyler. Don't get me wrong. I just don't love Kyler against the New England Patriots.
Listen, he's never gone into Belichick's house,
It's true.
You never know what that motherfucker's going to dig up on you.
And Bill takes this shit personally when there's like a newfangled offense in the NFL and they're coming in to, you know what I mean? He's going to do whatever he can to butt fuck Cliff.
Yeah,
So
he's going to steal so much tape. It's going to be crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's going to get sick or a fire alarm's going to go off at 1 a.m. You never know. God, hopefully they're going to bring their own turkey leftovers because God knows what kind of Quaaludes he might put in
poisoning. Yeah,
that's right. Might be like the flu game. We learned that Jordan got food poisoning from his pizza, so that's the same thing.
True. So, man, now I want to watch that again. I love that. That was such a good doc.
Right. I guess it was only, like 6 months ago, but it feels like it was 2.5 years ago.
It does. That was the good part of the pandemic.
Yeah, we got it early, right? We didn't have to wait. There was literally nothing else happening, so everybody could just stop and watch it. So.
Oh, man.
I took that personally.
Yeah.
We got great memes out of it, too, which is always fun. It's always good to have great memes. Anyway, we're going to slide to this matchup of the week. This is the matchup of the week. You're going to say, it's 6 and 5 teams. But, hey, listen, as we just looked at our standings, 6 and 5 accounts for 4th and 5th place right now, and also 6th and 7th. So, this is important. This is a big win. You win here, you're pretty much in the playoffs, I would say. Because you're pushing your opponent 1 game behind you now.
Correct.
And out of they'd be, unless everybody else loses. And if everybody else loses, it's good for you to begin with if you win. So, I look at this. I think, this is it. This is kind of a do or die, and I think I'm going to just jump into this bold prediction just right off the bat. I think whoever loses this matchup is out of the playoffs. That's not that bold, but it's one. I'm just going to say it right now.
Yeah.
Out of the playoffs.
I like it. It's legit. It's legit.
It's an easy one. But to get into it, the more specific look, we got, some mediocre white quarterbacks against each other. Solid running back here. Solid running backs on this side, solid receivers on this side. Kelsey just floating around there for reasons. But yeah, we look at it, and it's really going to be a crapshoot. It's just, so many tight ends here. It's just so depressing. Drew Lock.
Why is Drew Lock on the team?
Drew Lock over Jared Goff. Remember that.
Yeah. And why is Drew Brees not in an IR slot?
The whole team's already there.
Graham Gano.
Graham Gano does not need to be there. He got COVID. He can. He should probably go. Drew Lock can probably go too. I don't think that. What is his ranking as a quarterback? He is ranked the 29th best quarterback. Sure, he's missed some time, I guess. He peaked here in weeks 8 and 9. So that's. I guess that's what we're holding on to at this point.
Ugh. It's just infuriating.
There's nothing really good going on there with Drew Lock.
Minus 1.2 in week 2.
Yeah, he got hurt in that one early.
I don't care. It's minus points for a quarterback.
That's because he fumbled it and they had nothing else going. This is a fumble right there. I agree. Minus quarterbacks, minus points for a quarterback is always depressing. But you know what? This bench is atrocious all the way. It will forever be, but doesn't matter. Your bench doesn't need to be anything if your starters are good.
Yep.
So I'm going to slide in. I'm just going to say Mariah wins it. I think this is the year we're talking about breakthroughs. I'm all about breakthroughs this week. I think she's going to win this week and punch her stamp to the big show. I think to give a real bold prediction on it, I was going to say Chris Carson. He might come back. If he comes back and plays, I think he's going to score 20 points.
I want to pick opposite of you so that you get a chance to catch up to me in picks.
You have to do that.
Yeah, but that being said, I keep looking at Colin's team and I can't fucking do it. I just can't. I can't pick his team to win because I don't like the Diggs matchup. I don't like the Claypool matchup. I do like the Tyreek Hill matchup, but I don't think that's enough. And I despise the DeAndre Hopkins matchup because I just feel like based off my bold prediction from the last matchup, Kyler's not getting him the ball. That being said, DeAndre Hopkins is still probably going to end up with 9 catches and 100 yards because that's just what he does. However, I just don't like it. It's
There's some good names, but yeah, Hopkins has been coming down a little bit since he started. Unbelievable. I mean, he's still obviously, your best receiver out there, but yeah, I mean, it's much more of a question now than it was before. But,
so boldly, I'm going to say that Zane Gonzalez is Colin's highest scoring position.
Ooh, Gonzalez, highest scorer, starting scorer, whatever. I get it. Highest starter.
Starter, yeah.
Yeah, bench stuff doesn't matter. All right,
but I'm picking Mariah.
I'm going to pick Mariah, too. I like it. I think we always learn our lesson. We pick against her, she shoves it in our face. But we can't do it this week. I think this is going to be good. Maybe not in a good way. I think it'll be close, but maybe ugly. But it doesn't matter at this point. It's all about the wins.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some tiebreaker scenarios we can look down into the standings what these two are sitting at points wise. It's 12 points difference right now.
Yep.
So that means
basically you win, you take over.
Right? I mean, you do. You take it. You take control. That's pretty impressive there. That this is 5 through 7 right now are separated by 12 points. That's the only.
It's crazy.
It's pretty good. I mean, yeah. If Cody gets a win, I mean he's in the playoffs because he's fucking gonna score the most points because of the ridiculous peak he's having. But yeah, I mean this is impressive. 2 of these teams against each other. I don't know. Maybe D'Lo plays one of them last week, and it's going to be interesting. We're not going to jump ahead to that week. We're going to make you people wait for it. So fuck you.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's good. It's going to be fun. This is week 12, motherfuckers. Week goddamn 12. 12 weeks in. We're killing it. We're good. I mean, there's still a lot of excitement to go. There's only 2 teams out. Unfortunately, but 2 teams on the precipice of being out, but still have a chance because they score some points. And I mean, I really think you take a hit this week, and you could definitely knock yourself out real quick.
Yep, it's the week of truth,
and it's it's the week of Thursday games, although one of them's been pushed. But everybody has players. You got Detroit players, you got Cowboys players, you got Deshaun Watson. Fucking, I think isn't Alex's whole goddamn team playing Thursday? Robinson, Watson. Now who the hell knows? I'm sure there's somebody else in there. It's a big week. It's Thanksgiving week. Obviously, everybody, you're gonna go eat tomorrow. Hopefully safely. We always have safety here. Everybody does their best, but still, you can still eat a ton. Fucking get a ton of food, eat. It's perfect. And listen, this is a perfect year for it. Eat a ton, go sit on your couch. You don't have to talk to anybody. It's a pandemic. Just sit at home, watch football.
Yeah, and this time, too, you don't even have to stay up for a night game anymore.
That's right.
Let that tryptophan kick the fuck in and go to sleep.
It was funny. I was talking about that with Kelly. I was like, hey, you excited to watch 5 minutes of the Steelers game and then fall asleep? It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're not doing it anymore, so it's good. It's done.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's right. We have to care. It's great. It's good. Hey, it's week 12. everybody needs to have some fun and enjoy yourself. It's Turkey Week. Everybody we'll say you to yourself, sir, you have a great Thanksgiving. Everybody else have a great Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Thank you. That's very appreciated. Hey, 2 weeks left. Everybody, you got to have some fun. Go for it. This is your go big or go home. I mean, you got to try. Hey, like we said, the 6th seed is pretty damn successful in this league. So
It's true.
everybody has a shot. Well, almost everybody has a shot at that 6th seed right now. And you sneak in, you're in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Listen, look at the top 2 teams. They're not that impressive. I think it's anybody's ball game this year.
I agree.
Everybody's very good. So
Yes, sir.
fun. Well, everybody have a fun week.
Yep. Gobble till you wobble, bitches.